live. Hey YouTube, this is gonna be my first collab live stream. Welcome to Anime Chat. Here today I have Jess, who has her own live stream going on Twitch, so go on and stop by. uh,
Thanks. Hey guys.
anyways, it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be quiet, given that I only have 30 subs. Oh well.
That's all good.
All right.
We can entertain at least the two of us, if not more.
I know, right? So,
As long as we're entertained, then it's all worthwhile.
oh yeah, totally. Okay, let's
Awesome.
see. So we were talking a bit off to the side about anime here, and you say you were into like Full Metal Alchemist and that sort of thing.
Yes, my favorite anime of all time. I love Full Metal Alchemist. The original is what I originally watched. And it was fun. It was when I would watch, season by season as they come out. And then when Brotherhood came out, it was a huge deal. Also the movie in Shambhala, I think it
I
was.
don't think I saw the
It's been so
movie.
long.
I saw the
Uh-huh.
original and I saw Brotherhood. I
Yes.
loved Brotherhood.
What's your debate between the two? Yeah.
Honestly, I like Brotherhood a little more because it follows the manga a little more closely.
You've read the manga.
Yeah, I read bits and pieces.
Nice. I actually haven't gotten around to that. But yeah, I did hear that once because they were making the first anime while the manga was still being written. So, if you don't have the source material, you kind of got to make it up. And sometimes that could be a little convoluted or you're just not sure where to go or where to end up. So things could be a little messy.
Yeah, I actually noticed that with One Piece actually, because what was it? They're at like what 1,000+ episodes now, and
Yeah.
the manga's still ongoing. So most of the material has just been filler, from what I've told.
Right. Which sometimes as a viewer, you kind of want to get the sustenance, you want to get a substance, and you want to make it worth your while. And filler sometimes does not do that, does not satisfy that urge.
Yeah. So
Mm.
actually, given that you're from, I'm assuming you're gonna be from the other side of the anime spectrum here. What do you think about harem anime? You ever heard of those?
Where you've got a whole bunch of girls going after one guy.
Yeah, they're usually all like swooning over over a single guy.
Oh!
I know.
So great. I mean, that's what's so cool about anime is that it's truly fantasy, right? So you get to play all of these different characters or players or imagine yourself in their shoes immersed, and it provides for an entertaining time. Myself, personally, I'm not going to say that I have really sought that out. What would be a reverse harem? Maybe I'd be more interested in that.
I think those exist. It's just that,
Right?
being a guy here, I've never actually seen them, just for obvious reasons.
We're both on the opposite end of the spectrum, like you say. I'd be interested to check out a reverse harem, I think.
I don't know, for me,
What's your opinion then on harem animes?
honestly, I find them kind of trashy, but, I can
Ah!
understand, I can see why people like them. I mean, heck, I've watched a couple that are decent, I guess. It just seems like one of those traditional tropes that you find in the anime community. That no
Mhm.
matter what, it always seems to find viewers or a cult following.
Mhm. Well, because you want to be in that kind of shoe, right? Like, who doesn't want all the ladies crawling up to you? That sounds like a nice
Or
time.
heck, I guess in your shoes, all the guys, right?
I wouldn't mind if I do.
Yes.
That is great.
Yeah, I personally, I just find, also it's just kind of oversaturated nowadays. So
Is it
yeah, so if you ever
like
go to,
harem?
yeah, if you ever go
Mm.
to like Crunchyroll or something like that, you'll
Mhm.
find that it's just like like at least one anime, even if it's not a harem-based anime, it still has that aspect to it.
Like fighting over a guy
Yeah,
kind of aspect.
yeah. I mean, I mean, for me, it's just like, okay, it's the generic template, and I can see why they do it. It's a pretty good content, or like a pretty good trope to use if you want to get views. Like, have you
Hmm.
seen Shield Hero?
No, no, I haven't.
That one's a pretty good newer anime, and they they have aspects of a harem, but it's I wouldn't say it's grounded in reality because you know what an isekai is, right? Like,
What's an isekai?
oh, so isekai is when it's like a I think direct translation means other world. So typically what
Hmm.
it means is that the main character usually dies and then gets reincarnated in another world. It's it's the box standard like power fantasy type of anime.
Hmm.
And what is it? Usually it plays off of like I guess people's dreams or like imagination of wanting to be like some power like overpowered character. It's very popular
Right, like
nowadays.
special abilities.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh Shield Hero kind
So you
of
say,
oh yeah, go ahead.
hmm, we say another world, like not Earth then, or a different version of Earth, or like an alternate reality of
I
Earth?
think it depends on the anime, but typically it's like another world. So it typically revolves around fantasy most of the time. So
Hmm.
what it would be is like medieval. So like ever played those fantasy games with I guess it'd be sort of like Dungeons and Dragons, like a high tier character, if you know what I'm saying.
Hmm. Hmm. No, high tier character? What do you mean?
Like overpowered, like late game characters.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But instead of having to work for it in isekai animes, they usually like start overpowered most of the time.
Ah,
The more pop,
like One Punch Man.
yeah,
He's way OP.
yeah. It's like, but imagine him being transported to like a Lord of the Rings set piece. That's pretty much what isekais cater to. It's it's very popular with I guess the trashier aspects of the anime community.
You say trashier. That's a very subjective, that's a very harsh word, no?
A little bit, but honestly,
It's just, it's too easy.
have you
You know, you're OP already, so where's the growth or progress is what you're saying.
yeah, exactly. But have you? I'm just on the aspect of trashy. Have you ever been to Anime Expo?
Yes! Okay, no, I haven't been to AX, but I've always wanted to. But I have been to Fanime or Sac Anime.
Oh, I've been to Fanmade a couple of times. So Anime Expo is a lot bigger. It's a
Yeah,
shame that it
it's
got
the biggest in
transformed.
North America, yeah?
I think it's the biggest in the world, bigger than Japan.
Whoa.
So
We are pretty big as a country. There's a
yeah,
lot of humans.
a little too many of us.
Yeah, yeah, on the Earth standpoint, probably.
But yeah.
But
So
AX is trashy, or what were you going
oh
to...
yeah, AX is like levels higher of trashy, but not the expo itself. Like like the people who go, like some of them actually play off of the trashy part.
So, what do you mean by trashy? I really don't know.
So let me, if you're watching the camera,
To me, this means derogatory. It's not a good thing to be trashy, usually.
oh, for me, I admit that I'm trashy. Let me dig up
Ah!
let me dig up something if I can find it. I was wearing it on a previous stream. Ah, here it is. So I'm pretty sure YouTube's gonna demonetize me for this, but like
Worth it.
like
Do it for the
a
content,
lot of the
for the
merch
views.
they see is like this. it's like it's like Ahigo.
Yes! That sweater is legendary!
S-
I have seen that sweater around. Oh, that's glorious.
I heard that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you probably can't wear that around in public.
You know what? I've been edgy enough that I did.
Do it.
I've done
Do
it.
it.
I but yeah, actually at Anime Expo, last year when I went, an earthquake happened, and someone tweeted that it was because God was angry at so many Ahigo sweaters. It actually happened. There was like,
What has his creation done? What have we done?
you know. But yeah, it's
This beautiful, beautiful creative process and thought that we have, and this is what we come up with.
I know.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
But yeah, so well, that's what I mean by trashy. Trashy, actually, a lot of the anime community has embraced it, especially like my side, where we like, yeah, we wear these terrible things in public. We are happy about it. I have not, I don't have the lack of self-awareness to own a body pillow yet. I'm pretty.
Yet.
I'm pretty sure if I ever get like over 100 subscribers, maybe I might get a body pillow just to celebrate.
Who would it be?
You know,
Who would you pick?
oh, that's very difficult. I mean, I used to. What was it? There was one waifu from. God, it was an old anime. I forgot what it was. No, I gotta think about that because
It's a very important question. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what about you? Don't you have like a husbando or a waifu?
True. Yeah, now put the shoes on my feet. Yeah. Who would I pick? Oh, instantly, I already know who I would pick.
Really? Who would it be?
Oh yes. I would pick. Okay, final answer. Alex Louise Armstrong. That man with his sparkling biceps and chest. Oh yes, don't forget his abs down below.
Respectable muscles.
Oh yeah, he's got a flex or something.
I know.
I don't know if he could fit on a body pillow, to be fair. So maybe I'll need like
Extra
the biggest
large.
body pillow you've got. Yeah, definitely extra large, if there's such a thing. Or like a couple of body pillows and just put the pillowcase of Alex Louise Armstrong over all of them and I'll just roll around in my bed. I'm alright with that. I think that's, yeah, final answer. Let's get some Armstrong to cover my arms as I sleep. Can strong arm to my dreams. I'll have always pleasant dreams.
Yeah, he's probably one of my favorite characters from Full Metal
Oh.
Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
He's just like larger than life. And I think his sister.
Yes,
I think his sister
truly.
is, like,
Physically and mentally.
Yes. I don't know, if I was a girl, yeah, I'd probably go for him as well. Like, you can't, like, who wouldn't want to go for those muscles?
Oh, I know. Even if I was a guy, who wouldn't want to go for those muscles? I'm in. I'm smitten.
So, you said you watched One Punch Man, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen the latest season, though. I think there was a season 3 came out recently.
Already? Wow.
Or was supposed to.
I think they were already on season 2, and I think they were working on season 3 because it's just so popular.
Yeah. Oh, release date rumors. Okay, so maybe it's season 2 I'm thinking of. Yo. But at least I have seen this first season. And I love the premise. Because it's like you were saying earlier, like, maybe it is so boring, like, that, you know, you're already so OP to start. Like you're saying, the isekai. So, you know, where's your progress? But in this case, it's a different, unique kind of progress. Because, yeah, he's already OP, but how will he come to terms with that? And, you know, what are his challenges he'll face?
Well, I mean,
I love that concept.
I mean, his challenges is basically trying to stay pseudo or semi-human, or at least retain his humanity, when he's basically a god amongst men.
Right.
There's too many gold bars. Yeah, doesn't matter.
I think you're stacking them great. It's like Jenga. How many can you stack?
I don't know. I gotta figure that out.
Just anyone who visits your base, look at all these gold. I guess this isn't actually very security safe, though. You might want to hide that away.
Yeah, eventually.
Is this a multiplayer game or a single player?
It's in early access, so right now it's just single player. Honestly, it'd be nice if we could get multiplayer in.
Yeah.
But,
I like the graphics. Super sweet.
I know, it's very simple. It's a very great game.
Yeah, it looks peaceful.
Oh,
you say it's mining mixed with engineering, space engineering.
More like medieval engineering. Like, this is apparently hydropunk, which I like what this guy is doing. It's
Ah.
everything is essentially water powered. Like, here, let me try to jump on top here. See, so there's a water tank here. I guess it's powered by
Mhm.
magic or something, but I'm not sweating the details.
Mhm.
Actually, one sec.
Sweet.
Let me just. Where? I thought I had. Okay, here it is. But yeah, so back on point. Let me see here.
So your body pillow.
my
What would it
my,
be?
bo- my
The world wants to know.
right right
The
right
world is
now
watching right
right
now.
now it varies, but right now, I gotta
Oh yeah. Okay, if you could have your harem of body pillows,
harem.
you know,
Oh,
you
okay,
could
that's
pick many.
slightly easier. So number one would be Kirishima from Kantai Collection. If you ever heard of that, it's basically when World War
Mm-mm.
II warships are waifus now. I
Oh,
actually have a figurine right here just to embarrass myself a little more. I actually got this at Anime
perfect.
Expo. Like so
Yes. Hey, waifu.
I'm like a huge sucker for glasses girls, so it's that's that's gonna like immediately limit the amount of waifus I have. But aside from Kirishima, it would have to be what was the Pansy from Arisaki? What else?
Mm.
There's a couple other glasses girls.
Just purely glasses,
Yes,
girls. I love it.
mostly glasses girls. Like that's like my bias. I mean, if it's like how my friend likes pink hair girls from animes, but you know, everyone's got
Mhm.
their own personal preference. So
So what if they can see, but you just put on like fashionable glasses? Does that count? Or do they have to be blind or visually impaired?
this this is a very loaded question.
And we're getting down to the nitty gritty of this here.
I know this is also gonna out me really badly. Like I'm into
Ah,
like blind girls.
right, I'm only into girls if they're visually
I
impaired.
know. Oh man, I can see a lot of people using this against me in the future if I ever get too popular.
Excellent.
They're like, oh man, you
Perfect.
only go after girls because they're blind. I'm like, that's not strictly true.
Right, what does this say? What does this mean? What if I told you right now I'm wearing glasses?
Oh, just 'cause it's like, just like deep fry my image here.
Uh,
But I'm like,
yep.
but yeah, that's been like my preference, and I think I'm trying to remember which anime it was that like really solidified my preference for anime girls that with glasses.
Right. Right, I know. Like, how does that happen?
Y-
I mean, you're wearing glasses yourself.
Yeah,
So, when did you start to wear glasses? Maybe we could retrace our steps here.
honestly, it was middle school. Like I
Middle
I
school.
sat in the back of the classroom and I was always squinting and my teacher was like, "Stop squinting." And I was just like, I can't see." And they're like, "I don't believe you." So they took me to an eye doctor and they basically saw that I was almost blind essentially. So so
I love your teacher says, "I don't believe you." That's like the worst thing you could say to a kid. Like, yeah, I want you to learn. Maybe get some glasses. No, I just don't believe you.
well, that's school in a nutshell, right?
Crushed.
You know?
Right? Oh man. Yeah. And you're in middle school too. It's such a turbulent time. You're so confused and full of
I
hormones.
know.
Oh man.
But
And then your first anime girl who you liked wearing glasses then. So how did that happen?
I still am trying to figure that out. Cuz I watched a lot of
Who
anime.
was the one?
I watched a lot of anime, so
Who shed the light as you put
yeah,
the glasses on? Light bulb
I
moment.
know, right? It's,
Now you can see clearly now because of all of your glassed
I
harem.
know, but yeah, that's gonna come back to bite me in the ass. Just mark my words.
Perfect. I'll be sure to mark them. It's recording, yeah?
Yeah, it's recording.
You will mark them yourself.
Yeah, I'm.
You'll dig yourself deeper in this trench.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm cool with that.
I mean, my upcoming airsoft video. So I have to travel down to San Jose to. This is already gonna like dox myself, but I live in the Bay Area, so I have to travel down south.
There's a lot of humans there.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
but so I live in an Asian community, so thank God it's gonna be very hard for people to find me. But I do a lot of filming down there for my airsoft stuff, so
Nice.
I'm gonna have to be very careful about, you know, people like if they're watching this and they're like, what type?
When they watch this.
Yeah, when they watch this, they're gonna be like, this guy, you know, what's some dirt I can dig up on him, you know? Thankfully, we're both pretty small content creators, so luckily we won't have that issue of like Keemstar coming after us.
Yet.
Yet.
That's the goal, right?
I don't know. Would it be considered a sign of success if you got like pegged by one of those commentary YouTubers?
You know, some say that, you know, any sort of publicity is better than none.
I don't know about that. Like, like for example, like you know about the current drama going on, right? If you follow YouTube drama, like.
So I actually just know that it's against Hee or H3H3, which I love those guys so much. At least their earlier stuff. Like, that's a 10.
You know, I used to follow Keemstar for a bit. I thought he seems like a pretty decent guy. Everyone has a persona. Your internet persona.
Of course.
And then you have your like personal life persona. And I think from what I'm hearing from his like personal persona, he seems like a pretty chill dude. It's just a shame that, you know, he chose the wrong line of work to be doing this. And I think every like YouTuber right now is just going after him. Even Leafy, if I remember correctly.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, the drama, right? I think it adds to the entertainment. It's kind of like
totally.
watching reality TV. You'll make these big, exaggerated, hyperbolized characters, and it's for the entertainment, the theater of it all.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, hey, whatever gets them views, right?
Yeah, so that's it, right? Like, is it better to be infamous than not famous at all? Some people choose this line of morality.
I know. It's a very fine line that people walk. Whereas me, I'm just like, I don't care. I'll wear an Ahigo sweater out in public just because I feel like it.
Yeah.
I mean, in my previous airsoft videos, like I'm just like
Legendary.
I just don't care what I wear. Actually, nowadays I genuinely don't care. I was wearing this downtown, like in my hometown's Main Street. And the funny thing is that the parents think it's disgusting, but the kids, and I saw like
Oh yeah.
I saw a 7-year-old.
Oh no.
I saw a 7-year-old kid trying to hold back his Snicker.
Oh no.
His mom is like looking at me in disgust, and I'm just like, yeah, this kid gets it. He's like a bit young to know what this is, but I mean, I can respect it.
I don't know if I can respect that, but that is hilarious.
I can respect it because I mean that kid, he's a man of culture.
Oh my god. They grow up so fast.
I know, but that was like a moment where I connected with a little kid there. He's like he's obviously like a lot more tech savvy than his mom for sure. So.
Well, I mean, you know, as we progress in this age of the internet and information, for sure. Yeah.
I mean,
there's just so much out there.
I know, but
just play Minecraft.
It still
explore your world.
It still made me very like. It made me like.
I'm not ready for this.
It made me like proud, but at the same time kind of worried for our generation.
I'm always worried. Every generation. No.
Yeah.
But they'll keep turning. But yeah. Faster and faster. There's just so much information out there. You can really, you know, you can find it all.
I mean, even my cousins that are actually, yeah, my cousins are into anime now. They're like, well, actually, whoa, sorry, the stream is going crazy.
What the?
I'm not gonna question. I'm gonna just get out there. Well.
Are you wearing your seatbelt?
Yeah.
That's important. Nice. Safety first.
Well,
That was a roller coaster ride.
yeah, well, that's a waste of my money. All right. But well,
Can you get someone to lift you out? Is there a tow truck
I'll just
service?
unstuck it later. But what was it? So actually, I'm gonna just pull up a window here if I can do it. So that way we can pull up some anime news. Can I? Yes, I can. I just. But what was it? So what were we talking about again? Oh right, Ahiko, terrible fashion. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, I don't I genuinely stopped giving a crap. Pardon my French. In terms of what I wear, I mean, what was that? I have a bunch. Like even my first YouTube video, I was wearing like the Senpai logo, with that's like styled in the infamous like Pornhub logo. Like I think, oh, I don't have the T-shirt here. It's getting washed, but yeah, I, I'm just like, oh hey, what's up, Ichi? This is
Hey, with a
yeah,
twist.
this is one of my
What's a
this is
twist?
one of my friends here. We're talking about anime and stuff, man. You want to join in?
Welcome, welcome.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh man, but yeah, we're basically talking about how I'm like a sucker for glasses girls and that sort of thing.
yeah, it's quite a revelation.
I
Just we're
know,
trying to figure out, what caused this certain event.
and I gotta figure it out. Like we gotta like dig deep and figure out what was that first glasses waifu that I like truly fell for. I mean,
Right. What caused your whole
my
your whole world to change? You saw the
I
light.
know, like back the
All of a sudden everything was more clear with those glasses.
literally too. Like if I take off
Exactly.
my glasses, like I can't. I'm looking at the Google screen here. I'm about like 3 feet. Everything just looks like it's been smeared with Vaseline. Like I'm practically blind. I can see like figures and stuff, but I can't see like fine letters. So, which I mean, kind of sucks, especially for my content.
Oh,
Let's see. Like I said, I do airsoft, that sort of thing, and so along with, and I try to mix anime and airsoft. I think the airsoft community hates me.
I love that.
The airsoft community hates me for this because I post like my videos and they're like, "Oh man, why'd you have to wear that like Ahiko sweater? That's terrible," or wear those anime patches. Like, like, well, do I have any anime patches on hand? No, I don't. I think I do, but they see me wandering around like wearing this type of stuff, and I already said that for 100, what was it, 100 subscribers, I'm gonna be doing a review in a maid outfit. Like I'm gonna wear a maid outfit.
Yes.
Like those Japanese maid cafes. I'm gonna literally wear one of
Oh,
those
yes.
things and run around with doing a review. It's gonna be
Oh, that's fantastic.
absolutely terrible, but it's gonna be fun. And
Oh,
my
yeah.
poor cameraman's gonna have to go through this. I think he's gonna need therapy afterwards.
It'll be all worth it. That would be so fabulous. Yo, that's a fantastic idea.
Let me hang on. Let me add one of my friends here. Hold up. Hey, what's up, Etchy? One sec. Oop, sorry about that. Just forming a group call. Say hello to Ecchiwithatwist.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Let me turn
Hey,
up your
Jess here.
volume. We're running the podcast right now. Anime talk.
Man, I've worn a maid dress, bro. It's not fun.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. Why?
They don't make them for 6'4" guys.
Ah,
Lucky for me, I'm like 5'8".
that makes it even better.
I'm like
Like the
compact.
sleeves, the sleeves would like, I could feel like the threads ripping when I move my arms.
Just adds to the
I
flair.
know.
You gotta wear, break it in. That's all.
Break it
Just
in. All
if
right.
he flexes, it's just gonna rip like those generic anime.
Yes. That's what everyone wants. Give them what they
I
want.
mean, it's like that. It's like Food Wars, where the food is like so good, the guy's like shirt explodes off of him. You ever seen that?
Yes.
Food Wars. Actually, I've only seen a couple, but I haven't really seen the show.
Oh man, that series is
Yeah, I've only seen
fantastic.
a meme on it, not seen it though.
Oh man, you guys gotta.
I mean
I imagine Gordon Ramsay, is he in there somewhere?
Not yet. I
Please.
really wish they would add him. And I'm basically gonna out myself here on the anime that I'm watching. Like, let's see.
Oh?
Yeah, this is all the anime I've been watching on just Crunchyroll myself. Like, I originally was into mecha, and then now I'm just kind of jumping from place to place. Actually, speaking of which, what kind of genre are you guys into?
Romance.
Romance? Okay, I can vibe with
I'm a
that.
sucker. I'm a sucker for that shit.
What
Ah,
about you, Jess? What are you into?
probably like, I don't know. I really like just something that's very visually appealing and is probably like psychological thriller kind of stuff.
Huh.
Something that makes you think.
So something
Hey.
so like that anime version of Sherlock?
Yeah? Really?
Yeah,
There's an anime version of
I
Sherlock?
think they have. Well, at least there's a manga. Let me
Uh-huh.
look here.
Yo.
I think there is one. Yes, there is. There is, yeah. There is a Sherlock anime, but I think Sherlock in this case. Actually, no, wait. Is it a girl?
It is. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. Well, I'm trying to think. Is the live action one where the character is a girl, or where Sherlock is a girl? Because I know that Japan loves Sherlock right now, and they did a live
Wait,
action.
I know there's like the BBC live action one, and then there's another one, yeah, in US where Sherlock is a girl.
Really?
Yeah, like this in the BBC, it's Benedict Cumberbatch and Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins. Yeah, I think most.
What's his
I
name?
think most of America won't ever let go of the fact that he's Bilbo Baggins.
Yep, it's Bilbo and Blueberry Cucumber Patch.
I know. Hey, I like Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he's a fantastic actor.
Oh, he's fantastic. I love them both.
Let's see here. But yeah. So what else is there to talk about in terms of like anime stuff? Oh, actually, Ecchi, let's get.
Fire Force. Fire Force season 2.
Oh, yeah, I heard
Fire
about
Force.
that. But Ecchi, I actually want to get your opinion real fast. What do you think? So we were talking about harem anime and how I thought they're basically like they like power fantasies and they're hella trashy. What's your opinion?
It's garbage.
Garbage as well?
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, like 100%. I'm not into like multi waifu shit.
Really?
I'm into like single. Like I don't know. Like there's a guy.
You're a
in a
monogamous waifu.
I'm a monogamous. Yeah, I'm that.
Traditional. Man of like true tradition.
Well, like
Honorable, truly.
one of my
Very
few
honorable.
exceptions is God, fuck, what was the name of the show? I always forget the name. God, it's a manga.
It's a manga.
Yeah, the one we were talking about. Fuck, I forgot the name.
What was it? I'm trying to remember as well now.
God, the one where like we were talking about it. She got hit by the car.
Got hit by a car.
Yeah, in the later chapters.
Oh, Domestic Girlfriend.
Yeah, Domestic Girlfriend. Yeah, that one.
God,
That's my few exceptions.
Just
That one
by
is-
the title.
it's a very like scandalous like manga that's been going on for like about 5 years now. It's actually closing off. There are like 2 chapters left before it like officially ends. I think they've already settled on who's getting who. Because
Yo, lately it got even more spicier.
oh
bro.
yeah, you've been following it as well, right?
On and off.
So, just to give you like a quick rundown, so it revolves around a guy who,
Smashes this girl
yeah, he
in the
in the
beginning.
beginning,
Like they were in this huge group thing, and then they kind of hit it off, and then they had to have sex. That's chapter 1.
yeah, just
They had
no,
to.
like
They had
right
to.
off the bat, they
What?
both.
Why do they have to?
Trust me, this is
They're
trust me,
teenagers.
That sounds like, like a chore or a job or
Trust me,
something.
this-
Like,
it
oh
gets
man,
better.
gosh, we had to smash.
Trust me, it gets better.
No.
So no, actually they
Okay.
no. So they did it out of boredom. because they wanted to like lose each other's.
Get it out of the way.
Yeah, to get out of the,
Get it out of the way. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
yeah. So it gets even better. So the guy is like thinking about her, right?
Better.
And then has,
Okay.
And so he also has a crush on his teacher. So
Uh-huh.
turns out his dad is getting married. And guess who the wife's daughters are?
The girl he banged in the beginning.
Yep, and,
And
the
the teacher.
teacher.
And the
And the teacher
teacher.
he has a crush on.
They're
Yes,
sisters.
they're sisters. It's so bad, but it's so
Oh
good.
And there's-
no.
And then there's like a
Oh,
little
no.
character arc towards the beginning of him trying to like have a realization that everything that happened was like it never happened. Like they're always like she's always telling him in the beginning like that never happened. Just forget about it. It was a mistake.
Yeah. So basically,
Whoa.
so the author actually this is her second second series, but Domestic Girlfriend's like her most popular right now.
Mhm.
Very fucking good.
It's so good. Like it's so bad that it's good. If you know what I mean. Like you just can't stop reading it.
It's like guilty pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. It's like actually, if I go to Crunchyroll's manga, take a look at what's at number 1. It's domestic.
Number 1.
Number 1. It's Domestic Girlfriend. It's like the number 1 spot right
Nice.
now, because it's
Uh-huh.
just so good. Like it's so good, yet it's so bad. You
Right.
gotta check it out. Like especially if you like romance. But for
That's not really romance. But
it kind of is. It's
not
like
romance.
romantic drama. In my opinion, it's romantic drama.
I wouldn't
Uh-huh.
really take your word for it. You recommended some really weird shit,
Hey,
man.
you're welcome.
Well,
Really?
okay, the most important question though is, in Domestic Girlfriend, is there any glasses characters?
You know what? I haven't thought about that. Probably not.
Wait a minute. I think I remember. I watched one harem anime that I actually enjoyed. Have you ever watched a show called Mayo Chiki?
Mayo Chiki? No, I haven't seen that.
No.
Let me. How do you spell it?
Mayo, like mayo, and then Chiki,
Oh, I see it.
Chiki.
Oh.
I was like probably like 10. I was probably like 10 when I watched it.
Oh boy.
Okay, let me give you a quick synopsis. The guy was
Yeah, I-
abused by his sister for like years, so every time he touches a girl, he gets a nosebleed and passes out. And the whole thing is about him trying to get rid of his gynophobia.
So I actually have. So do you guys know about Japan's like cultural association with nosebleeds?
No.
That it's only when like
So-
it's like something
so
very
no, no,
lewd or
Yeah.
you know about
Yeah.
that.
So it always happens when you're like really turned
Or
on
aroused,
or like,
right?
oh.
So I actually
Yeah.
have a pretty bad story about this, if you guys want to hear. When I was in Japan.
Go
Oh.
So when I went to Japan, we went during the like cherry blossom blooming season. So it was absolutely
Lucky bastard.
gorgeous. So all the cherry blossoms were like in bloom, when the petals like
Ah,
fell, it was
beautiful.
like rain or like snow, but it was like it was like beautiful. Unfortunately, I learned the hard way
Mhm.
that I have allergies when subjected to that amount of pollen.
Ooh.
Yeah. So my nose was in a bit of hell because I didn't know this, but they sell allergy masks for like people in general, like
Oh.
that are
Allergy masks.
yeah they're
That's
like
cool.
surgical masks that got like I guess lotion in them sort of thing. They go all out on these type of masks. But I learned the hard way that I had allergies, and when I was sniffling, I felt like my nose got a lot more runny, and then I'm just like, what the hell? And I was like, oh crap, my nose is bleeding, and guess where my nosebleed happened to happen? It happened to happen. This is the worst. It happened to be
Maid Cafe.
no, I was in a toy store.
Yes. Oh, that'd be great.
I was in a toy store when this happened, and I saw a little Japanese kid run up, like going up the stairs, saw my nose bleeding, freak out, and run away. And I'm just like, oh no, does he think like what I think I'm thinking, or is he just like thinking, oh, I'm bleeding? Because it can go either way in Japan. I'm just like, oh no. I spent like 10 minutes in the bathroom like trying to clean myself up, but oh man, I feel really bad that that I gave a little kid some childhood trauma. If I could find the kid, I really wish I could say sorry to him. Seriously.
Gomenasai.
I know, but for the entire Japan trip, I wore a mask, and it wasn't that bad.
Must be nice.
Yo, yeah, that's so cool to be in Japan. Where did you go? Like all over, like city, Tokyo, and like more rural?
So we spent about a week in Japan. We were on limited time. We stayed mainly in Tokyo, in the in Shinjuku, and we basically just
Mm-hmm.
spent the entire week going across different districts. So we went to Ginza, high-end shopping place. We went to Akihabara, which is like Weeb Town. Actually, you know what Akihabara is. Like,
Perhaps.
let me.
Did you go to the Ghibli Museum?
No. So we were gonna go to the Ghibli Museum, but uh,
That would be so cool.
but the tickets were like you had to book like months in advance to to go.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
really?
that popular.
Wow.
And then
I heard it's so cool.
I know.
I hear it's really good.
And then what was
Yeah.
it? We stopped by. I actually saw the Konami studios, where they keep Hideo Kojima locked up, and it's a lot bigger than I thought. And actually, the Airbnb we stayed at was actually a block away from Square Enix, which is pretty cool. So I have a picture of Square Enix.
Cool.
And then what was it?
Did you do like a ramen factory? One of my friends did that where you can like make your own ramen. It was really
Actually,
fun.
I have one. I did one even better. I went to the Cup Noodle Factory or Cup Noodle Museum.
Yes. Yes.
Don't they give you like a special
One
cup?
sec.
If I remember
I'm
correctly.
running a podcast. What's up? What's up? All right. Sorry, that was my dad. I gotta keep it down. My sister.
Hi, Dad.
I gotta keep it down. My sister is sick.
Aw.
To Papa?
Get well soon.
Yeah, but so yeah, was but yeah, we went to the Cup Noodle factory. Well, museum. Like they have an entire like giant building like dedicated to this guy.
Well, it's special to them. It helped them after like what was it, World War II?
Yeah. So I think the full story is like in the 1950s they were trying to I guess find a cheaper way of having like ramen. And so the guy apparently
Mm-hmm.
out in his shed. This is like back when Tokyo was still somewhat of a forest. He uh, he he developed the instant noodle himself, and it just took off apparently. And
I heard a different story about
while
that.
we were
Oh.
there, we actually got to make our own custom cup noodle. So I think I made mine with like chicken flavor or something like that. Like they'll actually you get a cup noodle cup, and then you get to draw on it and like decorate it. It's geared it's
Uh-huh.
geared toward like families, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we still have the
Was it free? Or...
I think it's like a small fee. It's not that expensive. It's in Yokohama,
okay.
so
Makes sense.
uh,
Mhm.
which is like a town off of like a couple. It's like a 40-minute train ride to Yokohama from Tokyo.
You want to know what
Mhm.
place is pretty cool if you ever do go?
Hmm.
If you ever go to Atlanta, go to the Coca-Cola factory.
You know what? I want to go there eventually, but right now I'm just trying to plan. So next year, I got one heck of a schedule to travel, just mainly because for
Finally break free.
I know once this quarantine thing ends.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know it's so tough, like all social planning, all conventions this year.
yeah, I
Oh.
know.
Or
Like
cancel.
my Fanime got
Yeah.
canceled, Anime Expo got
Evo
canceled,
Mm-hmm.
got canceled.
Otakon got canceled. What was it? There was another one that I was gonna go to. Oh yeah, a lot of my airsoft events got canceled. Like everything has just been canceled and it sucks. And
Supposedly they're gonna find a vaccine for September,
hopefully,
but that's a
Oh, nice.
supposedly.
but
Mm-hmm.
what was it? I also was planning to go to Japan this year, but I had to push it to next year.
For sure.
So, I mean,
Quick
Have
question.
you ever been? Have you ever been to a bathhouse in
you
Japan?
know what? No, I haven't. I've
Would you ever want to? That'd be so Interesting.
I
It'd be
want
so
to go
cool.
to like a hot springs, like an onsen. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, an
I think it'd
onsen.
be pretty good for my skin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, heck, those people.
And just such a cool, unique experience.
right?
Wait, don't they have a bunch of those in California?
Mm,
Like a spa
Do
house?
they?
Yeah, like I've seen like a bunch of them.
Let me take a look.
Yo.
Like spa houses, like Korean spa houses, Japanese spa houses.
Oh yeah, I see a tea house spa, but that's in like Santa Cruz.
Like I know some of them even like bust like what was it like all these essences up your ass.
What?
I'm being
What?
for real.
You get an enema?
What?
They give
I've
you an
heard,
enema.
basically, like one of my friends, he went to
That
go
sounds
visit his
sanitary.
I don't like
family
this.
and
I don't like where this is going.
yeah, like they have like little capsules and then like they make you
Oh.
sit on this thing that is kind of like an outhouse and they shove like
That's a
like
suppository.
all
I
these
don't like that.
no, it's no, it's like
Yikes.
it's like this fume of like just like steam of various
So they blow steam up your
like
butt.
smells basically
An inverse fart.
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, that's cursed.
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know.
There's like genuine discomfort here.
Normally I'm like, well, when in Rome, but
But what about when you fart? You could be
That's
like,
like a.
you know, it'd
farting
be
on
like
a cherry blossom.
That's
blossoms.
like a.
Yeah.
It's like a well, rose. It's
Wait,
like
like-
a rose scented fart.
so it'd basically be like for breathing a fart, right?
Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like this.
It's got the fart that new car smell.
Uh,
Oh no, that's very terrible. I don't like that at
Yeah.
all.
I will pass.
I
Guess.
imagine there's some sort of hentai out there that's like that.
Oh
Ugh.
man.
I was.
Well,
again,
welcome to the internet.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Rule 34, baby.
it's all that anime. But yeah, so,
Wait, are you guys more readers or are you guys more watchers?
you know, you know
Mm,
what? I'm a
more watcher
I'm a
here.
mix of
More
both.
watcher?
So I like to read
Mhm.
occasionally. So I've been following Fire Force on the manga, side. The manga side, I think they're like close to ending it, which is a shame because it's
Really
yeah,
good.
it's so good. So Jess, have you ever watched Fire Force?
No.
This one has a bit of intrigue. It's like
Alright.
it's like if firefighters got magical powers, became wizards, and had guns, and were fighting
Yes.
demons. And then there's like an underlying
Are they?
religion.
And they're fighting demons.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Fire demons.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Of course.
I definitely recommend it. It's I wasn't initially kind of hesitant to watch it, but at Anime Expo 2019, I was rooming up with my friend, and we were like, what anime should we watch? We're kind of bored, while we're eating Dominoes, and we're just like, yes, I'm plugging Dominoes here. I think they're fantastic. But we were
I think those.
we were
Not
we were
sponsored.
watching like literally we were just going in shows, and we are just like, what is there on the docket here? Like we were watching Food Wars. We kind of got bored with that. What was it? I watched Demon Slayer. And
Oh, did
I
you see the last
want to
chapter?
watch
Did you see the
that.
last chapter?
no, I haven't.
No spoils.
I haven't watched it, or I haven't read it, but I'm watching the anime. But yeah,
Yo,
so
it gets so good. It's already done.
yeah, I heard about that. Do you think they're gonna expand into like further into that universe?
No, there's done. There's no more demons.
What?
I'm kidding.
But yeah, so we just saw this the title for Fire Force like right here, and it's like, that looks kind of interesting. Let's take a look.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I pleasantly enjoyed it. My friend, I just recently converted him to a weeb, so he's still getting into the anime thing.
Success.
Yeah, I still converted him though. So
Mm-hmm. It's a slow conversion.
oh yeah,
We're
I
patient.
had to drag him to Anime Expo to get him converted. So
What was it before?
he was,
That was the baptism.
and actually the
Was going to
the
AX.
first anime premiere that we watched together at Anime Expo happened to be Nekopara.
Oh,
So so
please
So
don't.
for, so for people who like cat girls, because I knew for a while that I think he had a thing for cat girls. That's his thing. He likes cat girls. me. So I took him to Nekopara, and he absolutely loved it. And I actually have the envelopes somewhere around here. Like I have like so
Uh-huh.
much crap. Like, but they gave out like these envelopes with like a couple of postcards for Nekopara. And I think Nekopara season 1 already wrapped up, right?
you
The
you
show?
have to.
Yeah, the show.
I think so. I just heard that they made it. I just never
Yeah,
watched
I
it.
never watched it either because I
Sure, buddy, sure.
I'm not into cat girls. Okay, I
Ah, I was just gonna say you have to introduce your friend. I'm currently working on an audiobook. It's an anime-inspired audiobook. It's Dorm Room Cat Girl.
oh
She's a
dude,
cat tsundere that turns into a girl, learns how to live human life by watching from the best teachers anime.
that actually sounds
It's
fantastic.
so
You
adorable.
gotta PM me this. Like I'll send it to my friend as soon as I can.
Yes. Oh, it's so much fun. Yeah. It's currently in the works. I know the book is out now, but I'm narrating the audiobook, so getting all the character voices and
Oh,
everything.
that's nice.
So, you've got Aya, the cat girl, and all of her different like she's got her sidekick is Toshi the mouse,
The little
who
mouse.
is a helpful mouse assistant. Yeah. And he speaks with like a Brooklyn accent too. He's like, "Hey boss! Hey boss! What's going on, boss?"
That's cute.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, she's got her best friend who's incredibly bubbly, and she talks like this.
Generic. Very, like overly happy anime.
Generic bubbly.
Generic bubbly
Oh
anime
yes,
character.
you gotta have it.
It's like,
Well, because it's so great. Yeah, there's so many anime tropes. You got your nosebleed, your bathhouse, the beach scene,
oh, of
classic.
course, you always gotta have that spa scene. That's like a must
Oh
when you watch
yeah,
anime. Like even
right.
what was it? Even Shield Hero had a hot spring scene. Like
I mean,
Hmm.
even Avatar had a beach scene.
I know, I just thought about that.
Yes, dude. Shout out to Avatar. You can all watch on Netflix now.
I know,
Last Airbender, of
I gotta
course.
go and
Hey,
rewatch
what's wrong
that.
with Korra? I like Korra.
Oh, I just mean not the blue people Avatar. I love Korra as well.
I liked it.
I've not seen past season 3 of Korra. I was watching with my friends before quarantine happened. We watched through all of The Last Airbender, and then, because one of my friends hadn't seen it, and then I've only stopped at season 2, and we get to season 3, and we're still there. We're still waiting past this quarantine,
Oh, that sucks.
Damn.
But
you know?
yeah, honestly I stopped at Avatar. I wanted to watch Korra, but I'm just like, I
Yeah,
was
they're different
yeah,
feels.
I was
Yeah.
I was more attached to Aang, cause
Hmm.
cause I mean we all grew up with him, and I'm just
Right?
and I was
Well, so that's what's so cool is that Korra kind of grows up with the general audience in
yeah.
that they are a little older now. They're like teenagers rather than kids. And, the problems they're going through are more, older based problems. And plus, you get to see Aang's family. So you get to see his
I know, I
son
saw
is
that.
one of the like main characters.
I saw that his that he has like a quite a large family actually. Thinking about it,
Yes. Well, it's good, right? Because he was the last airbender. You gotta procreate to get more airbenders in the
I
world. That's
know.
your number one
What
mission,
was
is to make more airbenders.
what was
Wait,
his?
he only had 3 kids, right?
That's still quite a bit. That's still quite a large
Yeah.
family. And actually, his son,
Hmm.
his son wanted a family, if I remember correctly,
Yeah, he has a big family, if I remember correctly. I think he had like six or five
something like
kids.
that. And the age difference
Yeah.
between him and his wife is kind of large.
Eh,
Really?
Yeah. So
I think he's like 40, and then his wife is probably like late
yeah, I
20s.
was saying, and
Oh, I never knew
she already
that.
has like what you like you said 6 kids, and I'm just like, ooh, that's a big yikes for me.
Because wait, are we talking about so Aang
And the
marries? Well, I don't want to spoil,
the,
but they've got 3
yeah,
kids,
and then
and
his
then his son has 3 kids,
Four, four or
four.
five.
4
Let me
kids.
look it up.
What I'm trying to think, it's the 2 girls, and then it's the little kid, the bald
Tenzin,
kid.
right? Tenzin?
Yeah, Tenzin. He's got 3 kids. I
Sounds
think,
right.
but they had another one on the way.
Something
Okay,
like that.
I don't want to spoil things, but that's right. I think 4 kids, perhaps more because I haven't watched past season 3.
I finished it. It was actually really good.
Yeah, I hear the ending is fantastic.
It was.
I can't wait. That's literally me and my friend. We're isolated right now, but instantly when we're back to the real world, we can meet up. That's what we're doing. We're finishing Korra, and I'm so excited.
Let's see here. What was it? Yeah, I think it's Tenzin that has like a bunch of kids.
Yeah, because again, they need to get more airbenders in the world. That's a huge thing.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I think the age. Yeah, there's like a pretty large age gap between him and his wife. What was it? I mean, if you look here,
Oh,
actually no.
older.
Does that image work? All these images are so small. Damn it. But
Go to setting, go to tools, and put it to large
tools?
on Google Images. Yeah. If you go to images, tools, like size
Yeah, it's kind of
large.
blurry. But you can see, like, I mean, you can see that the age difference there.
I mean, he's just bald.
I mean, that could be it as well. But I mean, generally he looks kind of weathered. Like in
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I
Well,
got
he's
the
so
age.
like
stressed.
that image, he looks
Like
pretty weathered.
he's got all of the airbender is all lying on him now, and his dad was the biggest guy in the world. He was the avatar. So he was a very stressed out dude for sure.
Okay, so Tenzin is 55,
And his wife is
Uh-huh.
like 39, right?
and his wife is 39.
That's like
So
it's like a 10-year.
math.
It's like a 10-year difference, right? Give or take.
Uh-huh.
Still,
I guess if they met later on, isn't there like a calculation you can figure out? As long as you're older, the age gap doesn't matter as much.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
it's
like they
kind of
met when he was
it's kind of
19 and she was
it's
born.
yeah, like that's the thing is like, oh, I was probably like I wasn't even born yet when you finished high school.
Right.
I'm trying to see here. Let's see. Eldest daughter, four. Let's see. The eldest daughter is 14, so that means she must have had her kid at like I gotta do math here. Once.
25?
Okay, that's not too
At
bad.
25.
Yeah, that's not
That's not
bad.
bad, but still, he'd be like in his like 40s,
So she was 25 and he was
41, or give or take.
Mm-hmm.
just turning 40. Yeah.
That's still
Mhm.
quite the significant age gap.
I wonder what
Yeah, but
around
if they met then,
Well,
yeah.
actually, I actually do like read the wiki quite a bit just in my spare time. So apparently the story is that with him, he was actually dating one of Toph's like descendants as well,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
they had a falling out because he wanted a family and she didn't. So
And he needed to have a family. It's not that he wanted,
I
right?
think
Like you kind of need to pass down the airbender line, otherwise that's it. He's the last
I think
one.
he wanted a family. I think that's why they
Mhm.
split is because he actually wanted to have a family. So
Mhm.
I mean I can understand. Let's see.
Yeah. Again, yeah, a whole generation, a whole culture, a race is depending on you. That would put a lot of stress on me.
Yeah.
But later on, like I don't want to spoil anything, but something happens.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, I think I know because I think it happened right when I kind of stopped
Oh,
watching.
really? Okay, then.
Yes, yes, and I'm so glad for that. But
But
before that happened, there was you didn't know that would happen.
That's true.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, that's yeah. Whew. Oh, that's right when I left off. Man, it's all coming back to me now. Yeah. I'll just have to wait later this year.
eventually.
Wait, you guys you're just watching it like together, or is like
Oh, so we were watching it together, like at each other's places, and it was like right at March, like the beginning of March, we were watching it together.
The
Like, of
when the
course, I
lockdown
guess we could
happened.
figure out how to do it online, but it's so nice when we're like right there, cozied up, got our snacks and drinks ready. We made a whole ordeal out of it.
at each other's flats?
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that how you guys call each other's apartments, right?
Or like apartments, flats. I'm actually from the US,
Oh, you're from
but
the
yeah, you call it a
US.
flat in the UK.
Are you from the U? Wait, you say you're from the U.S. or you're from the U.K.?
From US,
Okay.
yeah. Uh-huh.
So I actually, because I thought that your accent was British.
I do get that a lot, actually. I have a tally where people think my accent is from.
So what's the tally at now?
Oh man, it's mostly UK. And surprisingly, even people from the UK say it's UK. I can pull it up. Let me see where we're at. But yeah, they'll give like really specific places in the UK too, which is so fascinating.
It just
Otherwise,
sounds
I've gotten like,
it sounds really
yeah,
It sounds very British.
English.
Like it sounds British to me, which is really
Right,
which is and you say you're from the U.S., which is kind of strange. I'm just like, how did that happen?
right. I
maybe a
mean,
Boston accent got mixed
I
in.
mean, it's
yeah, so actually, I'm originally from the East Coast for
there's the
sure,
answer.
from Baltimore, Maryland. And also, I'm the first in my family from US, so they learned British English. My mom learned British English, and like she actually learned English by watching soap operas, and they do speak with a very like regal, dignified accent. Those old time
That
soap
that
operas,
So
that
you don't lose
happens.
your accent?
huh?
You never lost your accent?
So I guess it kind of just developed too,
Because
because I did study linguistics in school, and I'm very fascinated by like phonetics,
Well, I
dialectology,
mean, it's kind of like how.
speaking.
Sorry to interrupt.
when I came to this country, I lost my like. I used to like. I talk a little bit. I talk more
I
normal.
was born here, so
But
I
back
don't
then,
Hmm.
know.
I used to like have a
Yeah.
really whack accent.
Yeah.
No, I was born
I
here.
used to be. I used to talk. I used to talk like, "Excuse me, do you have gel? Do you have the Jello?" Like mine
Yeah.
was very broken English.
Right.
You speak pretty good
Yeah,
English
and it's
now.
funny is so my mom, her accent is more like so she's from Eastern Europe actually, so she speaks with like a very thick Slavic accent sometimes, but I do not like no one says I speak like that. So it's just a hodgepodge, I think. I love it. You know, I live in the West Coast now, so I think maybe that East Coast influence too.
Possibly.
Language is fun. It's really fun, you know, to manipulate the way you speak and it portrays something and it's it's just like an identifier of who you are.
I have like a different aspect on it because
Uh-huh.
I look very, very, very white, but
Mhm.
I'm not.
Yeah, I think you told me about this. Yeah, go ahead and explain
Yo,
it.
yo soy
Uh-huh.
mexicano, yo tengo otro diferente acento. So I speak
Oh,
Spanish.
hablo un poquito de español.
¿Ah, tú hablas un poquito español?
Oh no,
Ah,
I can't
sí.
speak.
Claro que sí. ¡Qué bueno!
I'm being left out here.
Oh, it's
Okay.
okay.
Like
Just a little taste.
sometimes I use it to my advantage. Like
Uh-huh.
so when I'm out and people try to talk to me, I'll speak Spanish. And they're like, "Oh,"
Nice.
they'll look at me like, "Oh,
Oh, you can't.
okay," and then like they'll let me go.
Oh, so you use it.
Or
So you
Uh-huh.
use it as like a get out of jail free card.
yeah, that's basically what I use it. But everywhere I
That's
go,
clever.
That's actually
they never talk to me
really
in
smart.
Spanish. Even my own people, they never talk to me in Spanish. They talk broken English to me, even when I'm talking
Mhm.
perfect Spanish to them.
they
That's my only gripe in life.
honestly,
Huh.
I'm at the opposite where people try to people try to speak to me in Chinese, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't speak Chinese. They kind of look at me in horror.
Uh-huh.
Do you know a little bit or?
Like
Right.
like
Like, ni
Hong
hao?
Chao.
Is it Mandarin
Um,
or
my family is Cantonese, or they spoke Cantonese
ah,
because they came from Hong Kong.
okay.
But I'm trying to learn a little bit of Mandarin, but right now I'm trying to focus on Japanese. So,
Fair.
but yeah, actually, I when I like 10 years ago, I went to China to see my grandparents, and I think they went to
Cool.
do this is another language. This is a language story. I was with my
Mhm.
sister hanging out on the playground, like at this random playground in the middle. I guess it was like at a park. We're just hanging out there, and we see a bunch of kids playing. They're about our age, and they come up to us and start speaking Chinese. I kind of look at them, kind of confused, and then I'm like, internally I'm thinking, do I speak to them in like, do I try to say something in broken Chinese, or do I just say something in English? And so I just said, I'll just say something in English. I said, sorry, I can't speak Chinese, and they just kind of like, they kind of like taken aback. They're like, what the hell? But, why?
Racist.
Right.
They're like, what? What? This guy starts speaking English. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm American. And then they kind of like
Uh,
run away in like terror. Like, oh no,
Uh,
this English-speaking Chinese guy who can't speak a lick of Chinese. I'm just like, that day I
uh,
felt so bad about myself.
oh,
You know what?
you're
You know
definitely
where
against expectation.
I know.
have you guys ever had that culture shock?
Actually, yeah, I have. Like I said, when I went to China,
Which culture shock?
I,
Like for me, it was my ex girlfriend. She was actually Japanese.
Mm.
So like for me, like I came in and my household, we don't care about shoes or anything. We're just like whatever.
oh yeah, I know what you're
Shoes
talking
everywhere.
about.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, shoes in your house.
yeah,
See,
and
for
then
me, it's actually my family. It's a big thing too. Not like for spirits, or I'm not sure why in Japan,
It's
but
just
in
hygiene.
Eastern Europe too. You take off your shoes before you go into the house.
It's only like Central Europeans that they wear the shoes in the house, or actually just Americans as well. It's so weird.
I mean for us,
Yeah,
we just have wood and
seriously.
tile everywhere, so it doesn't really matter. Like we don't even
For
have
me, it was the
carpets.
complete opposite. I
Mhm.
actually when my f- this is gonna make this is gonna sound really weird, but my first white friend, when I went to his place, I began to when we got into the house. I traditionally like an Asian, I take off my shoes, and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Mhm.
I'm just like, "Oh, you don't take your shoes off?" He's like, "Why would
Yeah,
I
it's
do
just
that?"
cleaner that way.
Exactly.
You don't want to track in all the stuff that is on your feet from the
And
ground. You know, that's
and he looked at me. He was
gross.
like,
That's what we
he looked
mop.
at me. He was like, "What are you doing?" I'm just like, I'm just,
Yeah, you don't need to mop, you know, you just take off your shoes, you're
it's
good.
cleaner.
You get to
But I
feel the nice.
remember, like for me, like my girlfriend didn't say anything at the time, and then she just like I just walked in, and then her dad was like, I met her dad, and then he looked up at me, and then
Oh
he looked
no.
down, and then he was like saying he said something in Japanese, and then like my girlfriend's like, take off your shoes, take off your shoes, take off
Oh
your shoes,
no!
and I'm like, oh,
You don't want
and
to
then I
offend your dad right off.
and then I tried to put them on the thing, and it was funny because I like my things were like it was just stupid, but it was like I got to meet him and everything. It was nice.
Mhm.
Nice, nice small
After
Asian.
the first, maybe the first impression wasn't as good, but you know, you learn. We're only human.
Basically, yeah.
But yeah. Actually, on top of that culture shock, what was it? Uh, I don't know. So, Jess, I'm not sure if this is a white person thing, but you guys seem to have
Mhm.
an obsession with Latino food. Like,
Yeah, tell us.
Mm.
Tell us.
I have an obsession with food.
I can relate.
Any type of food.
So
Yeah.
what I was talking about is like my friend, his parents, like whenever they invite me out to like eat with them, they always go to like a like Mexican place, like burritos, enchiladas.
Does he know what's good?
I I guess, but I'm just like, and
Not gonna lie, most of our food just contains oil and fat.
well, okay, there's the answer to that.
Yum.
Maybe it's because it's just so rich. But
Well, I think too, it depends on the location is where you are, right? Like Southern California, like you're right there next to Mexico. So of course you're gonna get these awesome cultural influences of the food and the
but
cuisine.
here's the thing, I'm a NorCal guy, so like most of the food here is pretty diverse. We have like you want Chinese, Arabic, we got like Japanese, Korean. I mean, and of all the foods they decide to choose, and here's the thing, I'm okay with eating Latino food or Mexican food, or I'm trying to be nice here, like I'm okay with eating.
Oh,
I'm
okay, okay, okay. I see what you're doing.
I'm trying. I'm sorry.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
What you calling me a dirty bean,
I'm
huh? Is
not.
that what I
I'm
am to
not.
you?
I'm sorry.
Whoa!
But
He went
but
there.
no, he's just like no, no, Edgy, you're my friend, I promise. But no,
That's cool. I don't
here
care. I'm racist of my own kind. I
the
don't care.
thing is that they eat nothing but Mexican food whenever we go out, and I'm thinking, don't you guys ever eat like Chinese or something? Diversify that
Actually, for
level.
us, it's like, uh, at least in the Latino community, like a good amount of us, like, we'll go out of our way to eat Chinese food and like Asian foods because it's like, it kind of reminds us of our own culture because we eat a lot of rice, a lot of noodles, and things like that.
Yeah,
So kind of
Mhm.
like it gives us like a little different extra taste, is in a sense.
Like a twist on your main
Yeah,
staple
yeah.
diet.
Except we have a weird thing with like Asian rice because like why isn't it seasoned? I'm like I don't know.
so, so we enjoy our rice plains. That way we can like flavor it ourselves.
No, we add tomato and like little blocks of
I know, I
seasoning.
see that.
Think of it like if anything, it's like think of it like almost like a curry paste that you add to rice.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Oh, but honestly, right now I can go for a good Japanese curry right now.
You
I
can
think the
order some on
difference
Amazon.
is
You can order
like
some
in
on Amazon.
Mexican rice, would it be like it's like a side dish? It's its own, thing. But then in like Asian dishes, it's kind of like a building block for a meal. So it's like you'll put other stuff on top of it, but it's just the base, the foundation of the
Yeah,
meal.
I think
Well, at least in
that
Latin,
makes
it's always
sense.
rice, beans, and a type of meat. Usually, that's usually like
Mm-hmm.
the structure of
Well,
food.
for us,
But I think in
Mm-hmm.
Japanese it's
for
different.
Asians, it's
I mean,
vegetables, meat, with rice.
Mm-hmm.
Usually.
not gonna
That's
lie,
true. Like, what about fried rice? Fried rice, I think, is very similar to like Latino style rice.
we don't really fry our rice. We just boil it. Actually, we'll boil it and
Uh-huh.
put like the little block in there and then let it season and everything. So there's
Mm-hmm.
no frying at all. If
I
anything,
guess
we'll fry our
for
beans,
me,
but that's it.
It's pretty
my
dynamic.
experience with like Latin America is actually Costa Rica, and a really famous dish there is gallo pinto, where you'll put your second day rice, you'll actually fry it, and it's a really popular breakfast. Probably one of the more famous meals in Costa Rica.
Costa Rica? Oh,
See?
that's more Central America. I need to
Oh,
try
oh,
someday.
yeah, Central America, Latin America, yeah, down there by Nicaragua, Panama.
You don't want to go down there right now.
Oh yeah, it's
Not right now, unfortunately. But it's a beautiful place. Nicaragua is one of my favorite countries in the world. It's beautiful there. It's a shame. But hopefully, in the future, for sure, I'll be back.
Hang on. Railgun is getting a season 3? What? Sorry.
Railgun?
It's. You ever heard of a certain magical index?
Yeah, I keep on seeing them recommended. I just ignore it.
Yeah, and then there's a so part of that index universe is Railgun, which is kind of cool, but it's all I can say is it's interesting. It's been going on for like a while now.
I don't know, like the creator of Shield Hero, he made another side manga if you want to read it.
I might take a look at it later.
It's like a food-based one.
Of course.
I'm being for
All
real.
the food.
I'm being for real.
But
That was on Manga Dex when I just saw that on the
I
side.
see that
Oh,
season, I
nice.
see that season 2 of Fire Force.
It looks
Yeah, I
nice.
see that. Oh, I love all the badass characters you can see there. Like the guy with the eye patch. Very nice. He's got to be mysterious.
Yeah. You gotta watch Fire Force when you can. It's so good.
I'm being for real. Like all their money went into animation. Everything else is just a side
I know.
piece.
Oh no.
know,
Like
seriously.
storyline, plot stuff, like
It's there,
music.
but all their budget went into
Yeah,
animation.
that's
It's really
I guess
nice.
it's got to look pretty, right? If you've got the cover on the book looks good, that's what people judge
well. Here's the
most.
thing. I think the animation studio they don't have to worry about plot or characters because the manga
Mhm.
artists already did the work for them. They just gotta blow
True.
their money on animation, and that's it.
Right. They've got their script ready to go. That's so true.
Let's see what else here. What the heck is Titan's Bride? Actually, Itchy, well, you got any good anime to recommend?
Dun, 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 dun,
Uh,
dun, dun, dun.
well, I made a tiny little list. Hold on, let me go to my phone. Okay, I prepared, but I was never invited because of you asshole.
Oh,
You never sent me an invite until I joined YouTube, and then I just got a random random notification.
oh, that
All right.
my live stream is up.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Unacceptable.
Okay.
So bad.
Demon
Gotta
Lord.
shout to the heavens.
Yeah.
Demon Lord is a good show. Even though it's a slight harem, it's a good show.
Demon Lord? I think I've heard of that.
If you like busty elves, you should watch it.
I don't know what it is about anime and elves. They seem to. Well,
The mystical aspect that we don't have.
I guess.
Exactly. We crave what we don't have, right? We want what we
Yeah.
don't have. I've even got a pair of elf ears myself. Just, when inspiration strikes.
Wait, what have you guys been doing this whole quarantine?
Watching anime, doing YouTube stuff.
I've been live streaming music, singing, and doing voice acting. Like I was mentioning earlier, that audiobook, anime-inspired Cat Girl.
See, you guys are being productive.
What about you? Were you been being productive?
Yeah.
I wake up at noon.
Oh.
I get on my computer. I play all day, and then I work out at night, and then go to sleep.
Oh.
I mean, that's a pretty nice productivity, though. Not gonna lie, that's some R&R that I would love to have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. My life feels like shit.
The working out, though, I think that kind of balances it out, right? You know, you're gaining your physical strength and then vegging out with your enjoyable.
I just miss working out.
I know. That's
Nice.
actually what do you guys miss right now the most, given the quarantine locked us all down? What is the thing that you miss most about the outside world?
The gym.
The gym.
Ah,
I can relate.
for me,
I miss my
conventions.
glutes.
Yeah.
I miss my glutes
And-
being sore.
Hangouts for me too. Like I was really excited to get into more like the networking, hanging out with like-minded like broadcasters or Twitch or YouTubers. But it kind of got shut down. I actually made cute little business cards for myself in the beginning of March. They arrived. I can't give them out.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It was like 2020 vision. No.
Uh,
Of course, you're happy about no 2020 vision though.
I know.
Wait, are they aluminum based or is it regular? Because I used to be part of the.
Oh,
I used to be part of everything that dealt with business cards and things like that.
man, that's way fancy for me. I think
she's talking
what
about
Patrick Bateman would know more than I would, but they're really nice.
She was talking at first about how I'm. Oh, we were talking at first how I'm a sucker for glasses girls, and so she's making a.
I am too.
She's making a
I am too.
terrible pun on the on the 2020 thing.
Yes.
Dang, it went over my head.
Don't worry, now you'll have clearer vision for more of these puns. Sorry, not sorry.
Yes, I'm a huge sucker for glasses girl. Like you, anime.
You know what I miss? I miss going to cafes and just like sitting there. And
Yeah.
just drinking coffee and then just being there
Right.
for a bit.
Or during a London fog, chilling out in the breeze.
We don't have that here. We have heat.
Oh, yeah, I'm up in Seattle, so it's such a nice weather. Yeah,
In
all the
Texas,
green.
It's hot here.
I
It's
feel
humid.
bad for Edgy. He's a Texan. So.
We get 100
Yeehaw!
days. We get 100 degree weather for weeks at
Can't you
times.
cook an egg on the sidewalk?
Nah, that's right.
That's how you cook your breakfast, yeah?
No, that's
Crack an egg.
Arizona's even worse. That's just like
That's just-
man's arrogance against
That's
God.
just pure heat
Man.
there.
No,
Have you ever
thank
gone
you.
there? Like, think of like.
I've never been to Arizona nor Texas.
It's very, very hot and very dry, so it's not a very good place to live. You can only work at like you can only be outside for a certain amount of time.
How come you live there? Just family, community is there?
Where in Arizona?
In Texas? Oh, I guess
Well,
so. Arizona's worse. So
Arizona's
Texas you
way
can
worse.
handle.
Well, we have our cold. We get cold. Like it probably drop down to at least 30 sometimes, but that's it.
Here it's just right.
Oh, I see some glasses. Glasses.
Yes.
So this will be your glasses harem
Yeah.
for your body pillows.
Yes. I actually thinking about it. I'm actually even when I like glasses girls, I'm kind of selective. Like if you notice, the image that I picked up right here is like glasses girl with like long black hair. This is kind of like my thing.
Hey, like if I remember correctly, in the show, my
She is super
there's a
cute.
girl that's girls into glasses as well.
Wait, what?
There's a girl in Mayochiki, like she's into glasses.
They make you look dignified, regal, smart.
And she's a cat girl.
I have
I
to
know.
every time.
This is gonna be a recurring thing on our podcast.
Honestly, are you guys cat people or dog people? I know yours, Jess, but what about you, Otaku?
Neither. Fox girls.
Ooh. Honestly, I'm an animal person. I love all creatures, fluffy, not fluffy. They're all adorable.
I'll stick with my dogs.
Stick with your dogs.
Except he's an asshole. My dog has a tendency, like when I'll go outside to pet him and just feed him, because he's an outside dog.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
He'll jump and hit me in the dick.
Oh, ouch.
What?
He just like
I mean,
Rude?
for real,
head
he
butts
does
you.
that every time.
So like, what type of dog do you got?
Yeah.
I have a German Shepherd and a little
Oh, I
Oh.
love German
Terrier.
Shepherds.
Yeah. They're really loyal dogs and really great for learning tricks, I hear.
Not this one.
My
Oh no.
what was it? I have a husky, and he recently just tackled me.
Oh.
So what?
What did you
I don't
do?
know. So what happened is I entered the door and I took like a couple steps. Next thing you know, I hear like claws on hardwood coming at me at high speed, and he sweeps my feet out from under me. While he goes crashing into the door.
Ugh.
He's a very dopey dog, and he's 75 pounds too. So
No.
it's like a giant dumbbell coming at me,
My dog's 100.
and he's all muscle.
Hey, do you struggle to get him to the vet?
I struggle to get him to walk.
No, like my dog, he knows when we're going to the vet because he's like, this is
Oh.
different from a walk.
Funny enough,
Uh-huh.
So he just drops to the floor and just digs at his feet just so I won't pick him up.
funny
Oh.
enough,
He's
my
like, I
dog,
can dig myself into the ground.
Basically.
one of my corgis actually loves the vet. Like she,
Were you have
yeah, I
corgis?
have two. I have a corgi border collie mix and a purebred corgi. The corgi, she
Oh.
loves the vet. So when we go to the vet, she's so excited to meet.
Oh, that's
She's
great.
so excited to see him. She just
That's
loves.
good. It's good to have a good relationship with your vet.
She just loves
Uh-huh.
him. But what was it? The other one's kind of moody, and then I haven't we haven't seen. I think the husky. His name is Blue. I think he does pretty well with the vet.
No.
But he's just really
Mhm.
dopey.
Yeah. How's he dopey?
So
Tackling you?
well, first off, when he got excited and tackled me, that was just one thing, because he obviously he thinks he's a small dog in a large body, so he doesn't
Aw.
exactly know when
His spatial awareness
his,
is a little
his
off.
spatial awareness is off, and he he doesn't know he doesn't understand that he has pretty good brakes on him, but he doesn't use if he uses a car, he doesn't know what a brake pedal is, if you know what I'm saying.
So BM driver.
Pretty much. And what was it? During the heat wave we had last year, he went out there onto the deck and just sat there for like he laid down for like 8 hours on end, out in like 100-degree heat, just sitting there. Not even sitting there, just lying there, like flat like a pancake.
Oof.
The only time he got up was to drink water and then go back out there for like another 4 hours.
It's like a sauna.
I don't know.
I'd be
I
miserable.
guess it's that double coated double coat that he's got on him that keeps him nice and cool.
Right.
That's why I'm hesitant on cutting mine off. Because he has a really thick fur, but every time summer hits, I'm like, should I cut it?
Does he
I don't
does
know.
he
If...
does he suffer, or does he just like pants, or
No, we have a lot of shade. We have a peach tree outside. He just
Oh, nice.
there's a lot
I'm
of
jealous
water.
about a peach
I
tree.
think he'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, and he does shed his coat, I'm sure. You get a lot of shedding going on when the summer hits.
Yeah, there's a lot of birds just in the yard taking his fur.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Alright, well, I think this is all the time we got for today. If anyone is even watching, thank you for sticking around. and
Yeah. Thanks so much, guys.
and
It was a pleasure.
yeah, and we'll try.
Yeah, fantastic to meet you guys.
Fantastic to meet you too. I think we'll try to keep this up maybe next week, right? Sound good?
Yeah, if you invite me,
Dude.
asshole.
I'm sorry. I'll invite you next time.
It's cool.
All right. Well, this is where we end the podcast here, and I'm just gonna stop.
Later,
streaming.
Gators.
I'll catch you guys later.
Later.
Gonna play.
I had to get one last in.
See ya.